3 hours, we have been reporting on a man named Garfield who has been trapped in his home. Emergency responders just minutes ago were able to find him, and that is where we find Mark Maxwell with the latest on this.
Sheila, we just heard family members erupt. They're elated in applause. They were cheering for firefighters like firefighter Pat, who's joining me now after a 3-hour plus difficult labor. That task there, I can't imagine what you were going through.
Yeah, it was tough. The biggest, was the manpower. We're spread thin throughout the city, so we had to wait for a few other companies. But we were here when we got here first, so we wanted to make sure we found his direct location and then, of course, the best route to get to him. Once the manpower showed up, we just started digging at the best possible route. We had contact with him the whole time, and he was a trooper and did great, so we're thankful we were able to get him out.
We saw some medics who were standing by preparing to treat him, to check his conditions. I know you're not a medical doctor, so I won't ask you to give me a full analysis, but just your feel with your experience, what kind of shape is he in generally?
Considering the building collapsed on him, he's doing great.
That's glad to hear. How about your firefighters? We saw some pretty shaky scenarios there. They're dealing with broken glass, rusty nails. One took a bit of a spill. How are your guys doing?
Everybody on the scene did an excellent job, and no injuries from us. It's what we do, so I'm just glad we were able to get them out.
I told you we would keep this short, but I was going to say on behalf of so many of our viewers who've been following along on TV, they've been reaching out on social media, offering their thanks and gratitude for what you guys did, and that was pretty cool to watch, so thank you.
No problem. Glad we could help. It's what we're here for, but we got to go get back in service and keep helping.
Yeah, a lot more work to do. Thank you, firefighter Pat, who just shared with us his first. Family and friends are overjoyed, and we can tell you that just before they put Garfield, the 45-year-old man who apologized for these alarms here, we're seeing them take him away in that ambulance right now. They're going to rush him to a hospital for some checkups and make sure he's okay, but I can tell you, yes, he's in rough shape. He was buried under his own home for 3 hours. And Andy, let's show them what's left of this house. Just seeing it here now, but this is the rubble, the remains. He was trapped under all of that weight, and when they pulled him out from the center, right on top, they lifted as much of the weight off of him as they could. They dug, pardon me, some of the debris here. It's a lot to breathe through, but they've been pulling him out of the center of the home, right out of the very top after trying to get down through the basement. And we saw him standing, we saw him walking just a little bit. He looked somewhat feeble, but he looked healthy. Here's a firefighter now bringing a crate of water bottles, a couple crates of water bottles. People in the community have been coming by to make sure they're hydrated and rested. We have firefighters from Ville who came all the way across the river to help out, firefighters from local communities. So a team effort here. The family is making their way to the hospital to make sure he's okay, but a lot of his close friends and family live right in the neighborhood just nearby. Of course they were concerned. These were some very nervous moments. You see some of them consoling each other with hugs now. I'm going to perhaps check in with one of them later, see if they'd like to share any of their updates with what this was like going through, but we know that so many in the community have been showing their support. As far as we know, Garfield is out. That's the good news, but a lot of work ahead. Home insurance claims and a long road ahead, perhaps some medical recovery there, but we'll send it back to you for now in the studio with one silver lining. The firefighters were able to pull this man to safety, and he's alive and well for now, awaiting further medical review. Live in North City, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle how they were able to do that, and the painstaking process from brick by brick getting him out. So thank you, Mark.